Good morning, guys. We just woke up to our awesome lake parking spot. Also, check this out. What's up, guys?
I'm going to spend an hour reading and journaling this morning.
Nice, an hour.
Yeah.
I'm probably just gonna pump up the kayak and get ready to go in the water.
Babe, we're going together.
I'm gonna go before you.
Fine, whatever.
And the doggies, what are you guys gonna do today? What are you gonna do today? What's your goal? You're not gonna do anything? What about you? What are you gonna do today? Luna, what are you gonna do today? Yeah, as you guys have it, they ain't gonna do much. Doesn't sound like. You smell it? Can you smell it?
Ooh, do you want to go on the kayak with us today? She's like,
Awesome. And then let me show you guys a breakdown. So this is the inside of our van like I showed you guys last time. However, if you notice, we don't really have a kitchen set up or fridge or anything like that. Just a bunch of Star's clothes over there in the corner.
my second closet.
Her second closet. However, this does bring up a big problem. So let me explain to you guys our problems of being in the van. So like I said, there's a couple problems with living van life the way that we are currently right now. Excuse me. Like this one. This is the number one problem right here. Let's try that again. So like I said, there's a couple problems with living van life the way that we currently do. What are some of the problems that you've seen, or what's a problem that you've seen?
I think the main thing that frustrates me is living in such tight quarters with two dogs. So a couple days ago, North started shedding like I've never seen a dog shed before. And so we cannot ever like put on a piece of clothing without it being covered in hair. And I'm telling you guys, covered. Like taking a lint roller to it, you have to do like 4 or 5 rolls to get the hair off. Wow. It's crazy.
Yeah. Another problem, and this is actually something that a lot of people I think don't think about, it's really, really expensive in van life if your van is not built out the best way. For instance, we don't really have a nice cooking area, so, and we don't have a fridge, and so like we're not able to buy foods that last long periods of time, and we're not able to cook in the van like at all. Basically, we could barely maybe boil water, but we didn't want to deal with it because the space is too small and congested. And so not having a stove and not having a fridge is a real big problem.
Well, we tried cooking a couple of times and it just didn't work out, you know, like especially just when we were trying to cook. Sorry, I'm trying to hold her back right now. Like when we were trying to cook, we were also trying to be incognito, you know, trying not to be noticeable in the places that we were. This was before we found this spot, and it's just hard like cooking indoors when you don't have like the setup for it. We made a lot of messes and it was just bad. It was really bad.
So bringing that up, taking it back to like the bad part of it is the finance, because we spend so much, like we eat out a lot, it adds up very quickly. I mean, easily starting to spend $50-$60 a day, and we're trying to cut that down, but right now like that's what we were spending. Like
that's us being super careful. Like our goal is not to go over $10 for each meal, and we don't buy breakfast. We usually just have bars that are already in the van.
Yeah, but that's what we like came up with just recently. But before, it's like we're spending 40-50, you know, and that easily comes out eventually. And when we look back with snacks and everything, it's almost $1,400 for the month.
That's crazy.
And then the cost of gas with the van on top of that kind of adds it up with, like, you know, almost $200 per week, which is like $800 a month. So we're spending almost $2,200 a month just to be able to eat and drive.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, so that's what Star was talking about, is our solution to like save some money is we
No worries.
so our solution, like I was saying before someone just shoved their head in there, is what Star was talking about, where we, you know, we don't eat, like we don't spend money for breakfast. What else were you saying? Can't remember.
I just said the breakfast thing, I think.
Oh, we don't spend money for breakfast.
Oh, and we try to just stay under $10.
Yeah, under 10 or under for lunch.
Yeah.
And then
dinner.
Dinner is sometimes a little bit more though.
But lately we've been doing really, really good at hitting that 10. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so it's like $20 a day for like lunch and dinner, and then snacks. Sometimes like what? Probably spend maybe $25 a week.
Yeah, probably.
Like an extra $25 for the week of snacks. So that's 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14. So $140 a week on like eating out, and then with snacks an extra maybe $30. So $155.
Dang.
Which is, you know, a week. So then you multiply that times 4. 150, that's 300, that's $600. Oh, wow, we cut it down a lot.
Yeah, we were.
So we were able to cut it down from 1,400 on food to like, you know, $600 a month.
Dang, that's like, wow, that's like half of.
Yeah, we did awesome with that. And then well, the gas, there's no solution to that. Like,
yeah,
we tried living van life like in the city and not having to drive a whole lot, like closer to work and stuff, but it's just not the same and not as fun.
Yeah, you just have to be super secretive when you're living in the city. I feel like especially Washington is not that friendly for van life. Like, and some people might disagree, but I say that because I think Washington tries to have you pay for campgrounds. Like, being able to find a spot to just like chill, like how we are now, I feel like it's not that common in this area, unless you want to be next to a bunch of like people who look like they're cooking meth.
Yeah.
But yeah, I personally feel like Washington is just trying to get people, like, if you want to have like a nice spot where you can feel comfortable to open up the doors and stuff, like you have to be on a campground. So we're really lucky that we found this spot.
Yeah, and there might be a handful of other spots that you can do that at, but we just haven't found them. Or they might be further out, but yeah, Star is definitely right with that. But yeah, so all of those things, like being able to park where we are now, means we have to drive further out. And
elbow bent for too long.
and when we drive further out, you know, you just spend more gas. So there's nothing we can do about the gas, so that's gonna stay at like $250. But thank you guys so much. Always a pleasure, like having you guys watch our videos, and we're happy to be back on this channel. And let us know if there's a video that you guys are really concerned about that you want to see, and we'll make it for you.